Hello everyone, this is your girl Jenna, and today we are going to talk about how I healed my monthly cycles. And I should say healing because one thing about getting older, you have to kind of um, maneuver through just aging, okay? So I'm gonna go through 20s, 30s, and 40s. So that's where I am right now. But before we get into it, guys, if you could ever so graciously hit that thumbs up button. I'm trying to get to 20 likes during this video or for this live broadcast. And so yeah, please make sure you thumbs up the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And leave a comment. I would love to know how this information is helping you. And I'm not going to be too long because sometimes I can be a little long-winded. All right, so let's get into it. I started having heavy cycles. Probably I noticed them. Let's keep it real. I've had cycle problems probably since I was like 15 or 16. Okay, and then things started to get better, and then they started to come back, and it goes and comes. When you're doing things holistically, it's not a cure or anything like that. You have to keep doing whatever you're doing to help the situation, if you will. Okay. So one thing I noticed in my early 20s that really like told me, oh, I have a problem is I missed my cycle for 3 months. Okay. For 3 months. And that time my diet consisted of high sugar, high processed carbs, fried foods, fast food, you name it, I partaked in that type of meal, okay? And so me knowing what I know now, I know that was probably my period not coming on at all was due to that. It wasn't due to being pregnant or anything like that. I wish it was that easy, but it's not. I mean, you can actually lose your cycle just due to your diet, due to the foods you eat and things like that. You can just stop having a cycle. And so for 3 months, I did not come on. And during that time, I had gotten an infection, a skin infection, and I had to take some antibiotics for it. And then after I took my 30th pill, because that's how long I had to take it for 30 days. So it was 60 pills. I think I had to take 2 pills a day for a month because it was a systemic blood infection or whatever. Then I started to have a cycle, and it was horrible. It would not go off. And so I went and I actually started to, oh my goodness. I looked at the numbers real quick and I was like, what the heck? Guys, can you hit the thumbs up button? Oh, Lord. Where was I in the story? Okay, so I took my last pill, and then I just started to, hemorrhage, and it wouldn't go off at all. So I went to the doctors. They gave me some pills, and it helped, and it was something that I was probably left to take off and on for a few months. But it was, I read the package or the medication, and it said that it could cause other issues, and I just didn't want to be stuck on taking that for the rest of my life because I wanted children and I wanted my life back. And so the medication did what it was supposed to do. It gave me relief, but it did not give me a full solve. It didn't heal me. Okay, so during this time, guys, this was 20 years ago, Google was not really there, but it was there enough. And basically I had went online and I looked up some information about diabetes. And so I wasn't diagnosed with it. I kind of just looked online and I saw that, oh my gosh, I had diabetes because I fit everything to a T. Okay, so as soon as I found out that I was a diabetic, of course, officially I did get the blood test, and my initial A1C was, I think, a 9. Okay, and for some people, nines would be awesome, because I've heard, because, I help other people with diabetes and wellness issues. They would tell me that their initial number was 13. So 9 was not as bad, right? But it was bad enough for me. It had basically ruined my cycles. It had, of course, I was, very heavy as far as my weight, and I had gotten infections and things like that. So it was really bad for me. So the first thing I did when I found out I had, guys, can you hit the thumbs up button? Please. Can you hit the thumbs up button? Let's get some thumbs up. Please. Just one person hit that thumbs up button. That's all I need, is a person to hit the thumbs up. So if I don't get thumbs up, my videos don't circulate, and I need them to circulate. And to hit the thumbs up button is free. So please hit those thumbs up button. Okay, let's see if we can get somebody to hit those thumbs up button. If you're going to be in here watching, hit the thumbs up button. That would be nice. Okay, so one thing that I had to do, that I felt like I had to do, was I had to cut out all the things that I felt was basically increasing my sugar. So I cut out the bread. I cut out the, all the carbs. So basically I went down to what y'all would call today a ketogenic diet. I don't promote ketogenic diets today because it doesn't work for me, and it doesn't work for my blood type. Okay? Well, it does work for my blood type, but I have to do it in a specific way. It doesn't work for everyone's blood type, okay? So look up your blood type and things like that, okay? Okay. So I started a ketogenic diet, which I would call it. Back then it was called Atkins diet, basically a low-carb diet. That's basically what we did. And I brought my numbers down. Once I brought my numbers down, my cycles did come back every month, fine, and things like that. And my weight came off, and I was feeling great. Okay? So that was what happened in my 20s. Now, after 35, let's just keep it real. 35, I went into another situation. I had some stressful times that happened for me. I was a caregiver. I was a hairstylist and things of that nature. So a lot of things started to happen, and I started getting heavy cycles again. So I didn't have the problem where my cycle didn't come on at all, but then I had to, or my cycle didn't cut off. I had a problem where my cycles were heavy. And so I thought I had a condition called endometriosis, and maybe I did have some symptoms of that. Why? Because they were painful. I would have, cramping and, in between cycles, or I would have real bad cramps right before my cycle would come and things like that. And with that being said, I started doing a diet where, of course, I don't do dairy. And I did a diet where, of course, I stopped sugar in 2006. So I don't sit there and just eat ice cream all willy-nilly, or donuts or candies and cakes and pies. I don't do that. And that was a huge help for me. I also had cut out beef at one time in my diet, beef and pork, 100%. That helped me as well. Now, in my lifestyle now, because I'm in my 40s, I actually do eat some red meat, beef. I don't eat pork. I'll eat beef maybe once or twice a week, especially after my cycles, to replenish my iron and for protein and things like that. Like, I had to learn different things to do in my different stages of life. I wish there was a one and done type situation. Guys, make sure you hit those thumbs up button. Thumbs up this video, guys. When you thumbs up a video, let me just go into this little swaggalicious thing that I'm going to do. It makes the person who's making the video feel good. It makes them feel like the information is helping you guys out. You may not know me, or you may not, recognize me or whatever. I'm not a celebrity or anything, not even on my own channel. I'm very, in the back end of it, because we mostly do celebrities and we talk about other people. But when I go live, I would like to know that you guys are understanding where I'm coming from or whatever. So thumbs up the video. And if you would like to comment as well, you can do that as well. Okay. But yeah, I wish there was a one and done thing. It's not a one and done where, you know, one diet fits all. It really isn't, unfortunately. And so I've had to adjust my diet several times. And so if you're watching this, you have to adjust your diet according to what you want to heal. If you want to heal your cycles, ladies, okay, which everyone should want to do that, okay? Everyone doesn't want to go the full Monty, if you will. And you may not even need to do that. You may just have to, you know, change up what you're doing to produce better product. One thing about us women is our cycles are like, I would call like our report card. So if it is heavy, if it's clotty, if it's real dark, if it's real long, if it's real where you don't have energy and things of that nature, that's a problem. That's your report card to say, look, thank you so much for that thumbs up. Look, you have to change something or it's not going to work out. That's basically how this works, right? So if you are within that parameter in which I just said, where you have heavy periods, they last a long time, you're feeling sluggish, you feel nauseous, you have pain and all of that, and it's names for these things, right? It's names for these conditions. Then you have to go within what you're eating. Sugar is a huge issue, guys. Sugar, processed sugar, real sugar, fruit sugar, it doesn't matter, okay? So somebody said, what about cravings? Yeah, your cravings, I'm going to tell you where cravings come from. Abigail, did you thumbs up the video? Because if you didn't thumbs up the video, you know, I'm not going to take my time out and actually talk because I need a certain amount of thumbs up. So if you're going to ask a question, make sure you thumbs up the video. And tell me you thumbs it up, okay? And so I can say thank you. Sugar is a huge issue, guys. You know, it doesn't matter what type either. Okay, let me tell you, it doesn't matter what type. I know it's a lot of people out here saying, oh, you know, fruit is good. Fruit is, you know, it's these people doing all nothing but watermelon diets and things like that. Honey, sugar is sugar, and our bodies really don't know the difference, okay? You have to cut down your sugar, okay? So if you're having cravings, okay, cravings is basically, it could be one of two things. It could be your microbiome, which is your gut your flora or your bacteria, your good to bad bacteria is off. Or it could just be telling you, you know, saying to your body, hey, I need something. Or your body is telling you, I need something. So if you're craving chocolate, which a lot of us do during our cycles, you're really craving magnesium. Okay, and this is something that I've learned over time, guys. I didn't know this automatically. But that means you're really craving magnesium. And so instead of eating chocolate with a whole bunch of sugar in it, one thing I do is I eat chocolate that's over 75% chocolate, guys. Okay? 75%. I don't do it all the time. But for the most part, the chocolate that I use, I don't use like Hershey's or, you know, like Hershey's is fine. I'm not saying don't do that. But I'm saying I don't do the chocolate where it has milk chocolate or all those other ingredients in it. My chocolate bars, not to be, you know, bougetto or whatever, but they cost at least $3-4 for a bar. Okay, if you can get a whole bag of chocolate for $3-4, or I don't know, $5-6, it's not good. Okay, and look at the ingredients. So if it has soy lectin in it, if it has sugars, if it has emulsifiers and all of that stuff, because I'm an ingredient girl. Ingredient girl. Okay, hold on. So if the ingredients are not appropriate for me, I don't eat them. If things have a lot of ingredients, like if it's a book, like if you look on the back of your products and the ingredients is like this long, don't eat them. That's going to mess up your system. It's going to mess up your cycles. It's going to mess up your weight loss journey. If you're on one, it's going to mess up your sleeping. This is going to mess you up. So if you have too many ingredients going through your system, which is chemicals, which is basically saying that you're a science project, you're not eating real food, anything over 5 ingredients is highly processed. Okay? So if you look in your cabinet, if you look in your house and your cupboards and your refrigerators and everything in there has a box or has ingredients on it, then more than likely you have problems with your cycles. You're going to have problems with your cycles because you're having so many chemicals run through your body that mimics estrogen, that takes away from your progesterone, which is very, very important for ovulation, very, very important for balance. Okay? So watch out your sugar intake. Okay? Watch out your sugar intake, whether it's fruit or not, it does not matter. I eat fruit, but I do low glycemic fruits. Low glycemic means low sugar. And you can look up what are low glycemic fruits and go from there. Okay? All right. So another thing that really is going to aggravate your system is the meat that we intake, right? So one thing that I have cut out, that I have seen, and I'm going to probably just end it here, guys, and you guys have to catch me. Make sure you guys follow me on TikTok, because I do videos there, and I actually went over my time, way over my time. I'm supposed to just do 10 minutes, okay? So I'm not going to say anything more during this video. Thanks, guys, for watching. Watch me on TikTok. I'm on there as well, and I'll see you next time.